Speaking of multiple Americas, I just wanted La Esquina's opinion on Fabuloso, a trademark product in South Florida. It should sponsor everything in South Florida, recalling 4.9 million bottles. Why are you laughing, Billy?
It'll be fine.
It's also an international tragedy, I think.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Dan seems to think it's only sold in Miami.
No, it's sold everywhere.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the illicit drug trade. Wherever you have a Hispanic person, you will find Fabuloso or Mitolin, one of the two.
You got to be careful because it looks like grape juice.
That's,
you know,
it does look delicious.
Yeah, it does.
And it smells delicious too.
They need to have a label on that. Seriously,
Great packaging.
They have labels on it.
It does have great packaging.
Mm-hmm.
But
like
I am
Welch's grape soda.
Right.
Yes.
I am curious though of the outreach of Fabuloso, because it is a product that is synonymous with my childhood, synonymous with Hispanic culture, and I still use Fabuloso to clean my own bathroom. But I wonder like how far like this reaches out into American society. Is this a problem that is going to reach, Walmarts in Alabama or Targets in Oklahoma? Is this going to be a thing that, or is it genuinely just a Miami thing?
Well, it's not. Jessica's making fun of me for saying that I think of Miami. When I think of a product, I don't even know what else I'd choose, if it's a Sedano's or Goya, where I'm not sure.
Cafe Bustelo, or something like that.
For sure.
Where I'm not sure if something is a part of Hispanic culture down here or it's part of Hispanic culture throughout the United States and beyond.
Juju said earlier that they use it in the hood, so it's not just a Miami.
Well, but it's...
Thank you. Well, you hit the wrong one.
Hey, white woman.
I'll tell you this much, Dano. It was found out that there are no recalled Fabuloso products in Antigua and Barbuda. So
Nice.
it's worldwide.
It's cheap.
How dare you? You're cheap.
Wait, what? What?
Good retort.
Yeah, it really was.
A lot of recalls these days. I love a good recall. A good class action suit.
What?
I start thinking if I ever used Roundup before, if I ever lived near a military base in North Carolina,
Do you
just
have mesothelioma?
wedge my way in. Yes, the book.
You have to use Fabuloso with the Cuban mop, right? Like, there's no other way to do it.
Well, how would you explain a Cuban mop to the people? Un
That's
trapo?
that's the thing that I'm not sure of, because I grew up and it was called the Cuban
What are you
mop.
gatekeeping me over here?
And then I Google Cuban mop and I see what I think is known as the Cuban mop, but I don't
What
want
does
to
your
be...
Cuban mop look like?
Oh, it's a wooden pole with like
Right.
another wooden smaller thing at the end. It's like a T-shaped thing, and then you put like a trapo on
Right.
it, like a
an
cloth.
old towel.
Yeah,
Oh,
an
yeah.
old towel. Sometimes you do like an orange one or like
Mhm.
a purple one, and then you just like throw a bunch of Fabuloso on the floor and you just start.
You don't mix it
mopping.
first?
You start trapeando
What I do is I put it in a bucket.
in a bucket. Yeah,
My
and then
wife
you-
and I put it in a bucket,
yeah,
and then you mix it in.
and then you
suds
dunk
come
it.
out.
But
dunk
there's
it.
an art to tying the cloth, right, Billy? Like to getting the
No, you
cloth
cut a
tied
hole
up?
in the middle
There's
of it.
some cheat codes now that they
Oh.
make
Yeah.
with the hole in the middle, so you just kind of put it through.
Through the top part and
But
it sits in the bottom.
you're saying that's just a Cuban mop, or is
No,
that just...
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if it's called something else. I was always known
But
as a Cuban mop.
You
to me.
think I have it wrong, though, on Fabuloso being one of the cheaper cleaning products, that it's a purple, cheap product.
I think-
Economical. maybe.
exactly.
Not
Thank you,
cheap.
Billy.
Economical.
Exactly.
Man,
Economical
big
means
difference.
everybody can use it. Cheap
Yeah.
means like, you don't really want to use it. It's kind of there
Yeah,
in the corner.
no,
I-
this thing is
It is
good
not
for you.
cheap. It is high quality.
I'm telling you
actually.
right now, we were talking across the hall. I was talking to Matt, and he was saying that, similar to Greg, that it looks delicious, right?
Yeah, it
And,
does.
and then I said, yeah. And he said, I've thought about drinking it, and then it would clean out my insides. I'm like, absolutely. Like, go for it.
Of course you did.
Yeah. If it can clean the floor, it can clean your insides, is what I always say.
You guys would agree. The reason I think of this as a Miami product is because it's a childhood scent that I've only felt recreated that reminds me of childhood when I'm staying at a hotel and a cleaning lady, and it usually won't be one of the better hotels. A cleaning lady.
Jeez.
What does that mean?
It's what
Wow,
I'm
a
telling.
4-star
Dan,
one.
when
for
did-
you.
yeah,
Yeah,
where are
it's
you
4.5
staying? It's a
star,
bad
yeah.
hotel.
This was the
Yeah.
last time you stayed in a bad
Zach, tell me the
hotel.
last time you stayed on an
My God.
international drive for
Yes,
$30
exactly.
a night.
Mr. Ritz Carlton over here.
Yeah, Best Western. I mean, what's going on?
Mr.
Dan
Four
Carlton.
Seasons.
Mhm.
No, there are no good hotels in Key West. And
Oh, that's not true.
Wow.
There's some really good hotels in Key West. We've stayed
Greg
at them.
knows.
There's some duds
Greg
too.
is
but-
Key West.
I'm going down to Key West in a couple of weeks.
So am I, Greg.
Are you really?
No
oh,
kidding.
Let's have a
hang out.
drink.
Oh.
Nice. I think in a couple of weeks. You have to call my wife, find out. She
Already
does all
trying
my
to duck
booking.
our drink plans.
I'm with Dan though. There are no good places to stay in Key West.
Oh, au contraire. The Pier House, I think it's called.
Don't tell them, Greg. They
No,
don't
I'm not,
deserve to know.
because
Keep your secret.
They're
then
being
it'll.
mean.
I have a Cuban mop in my garage, by the way, and I never knew what it was. I just thought it was a big piece of wood shaped like a T, which I use to reach behind
Is it
my
a cross?
washer and dryer and clean things out that have fallen.
It's a tough crevice.
Right, it is. But my housekeeper happens to be Honduran, and he uses the Cuban mop like a pro. It's a magic wand in his hands. I mean, I watch him because it's so impressive.
It is a skill
You
that
do.
not everybody
You
has.
would pay money if you
Yeah.
had to.
Oh, I would. Yeah.
It's like
yeah.
Right.
rhythmic
Well, you do pay
gymnastics.
money,
You're
technically,
amazed
yeah.
by the beauty and grace
Right.
of how he swings a cloth around a damn cloth.
I'm not great at it. It's something that not everybody can do.
It's a learned
Exactly.
trait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to work at
It's
it.
passed down from generation
Because
to
there's
generation.
lots of water there, and you have to figure out how not to get the water under the baseboards, because then that'll cause like mold and
Or
all
on a
kinds of things
rug.
you don't want. Exactly
Like
right.
heck.
Mm-hmm. Why don't you just have your cleaners use that product, Dan, if you miss the smell?
They do.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
There you go.
It's a national recall, by the way. It's 5 million bottles
Whoa.
in the U.S. and Canada.
Ouch.
I think you just kind of power through it. You know what I mean? Let's just use them. Why not?
I just don't understand how a cleaning product.
I don't
could be,
either.
Like the whole.
Could have bacteria in it.
But,
That's what it was. That's what the recall was. It was bacteria.
Ooh.
but the whole point of the product is to kill the bacteria.
Right. It
But just
does.
pour
It's not-
Fabuloso
doesn't
on
seem to
it.
Does it
be
work?
working.
Does
It
seem
doesn't seem to be
counterintuitive.
working.
You should
Two
recall
gots
it.
of cleaning products.